Ah man, y'all, welcome to an episode of the No Fear Pod, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute since I did one of these. I would like to take this time to say, if you are new to the channel and you're viewing this, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share. If you haven't already, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everyone that are subscribed and everything like that that's been tuning in. I really appreciate it so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, 2025, October 31st. Y'all, so today, man, what I'm about to do is just give y'all, some pretty much, I made a poll on Snap and Instagram about maybe 3 days ago. And, I wanted to get people's, opinion, not opinions. I put like a little poll up and asked, hey, what's some questions, that some people want me to answer for, just Halloween and stuff like that. Just like kind of fun questions and stuff like that. Just Halloween, that's kind of in the category of Halloween. So, yeah, man. So I got some questions that I'm about to answer real quick. And then at the end of this video, a few people had like requested, hey, you ain't never put out like your personal favorite. Like I did a top 10 horror movies twice, with two other people, that we had to come to an agreement with. And so someone wanted to know like what was mine, like just personal top 5. Because there's a difference between your personal favorite like movies and then ones that are like, the best, same thing with any other, category, whatever profession we're talking about, whether it's sports or film or, whatever it is. So at the end of this video, I am going to do that. So I just got a few questions that I'm about to answer real quick. Like I said, happy Halloween to everybody. These questions are pertaining in the, towards Halloween. So, without further ado, y'all, let's get into it, man. So the first question that I got that I liked was pretty interesting. Was someone asked, do I believe in ghosts? That was the first question. So, do I believe in ghosts? Do I believe in ghosts? Not really. Do I believe, are spirits and ghosts the same thing? Like, I don't know. I believe in like spirits and stuff. I do believe like, and I'm trying to be like really honest right now, without, trying to sound like ghosts, like some Harry Potter stuff, like, when they walking around the castle and you see, ghosts and stuff. No, I don't believe in that, but I do believe in like, maybe like dead spirits and stuff like that. Yeah, I do believe in that stuff. I'm not too sure on exactly, how I would go into that. Like, we're explaining it to where I will, how I could make it sound more, like, what do you mean? So yeah, that one's tough. It is a little tough, but it is interesting. So yeah, I would say ghosts, no, but like spirits and stuff, I think that's different in a way, but I don't know. I would say more so, yeah. With that, just the wording. So another question was, biggest fear was another question. Now, biggest fear, I don't really fear anything. Yo, this is the No Fear Pod. Stop playing. Nah, but honestly, I don't really, like biggest fear. If we talking about like snakes and like spiders and stuff like that, I don't really like spiders. Snakes, no, I don't really fear them. Spiders, I don't like them. I don't really fear them. Or if there's like a mystery type of thing that I would fear or anything, I can't really think of anything like that. Now another question is, hold on. Another question was, I'm gonna get into this right now. What slasher would I fear the most? Okay, now What slasher would I feel the most? I mean, to be honest, I don't fear Chucky. I feel like he's a dog. I kick the shit out of him. I mean, he'll come back eventually, probably. But slasher that I fear the most, definitely the GOAT. My dog right there, Jason. I would definitely say Jason. He's powerful as hell. He's too strong. The man can bend bend a whole bed set in half. I'm talking about with the box spring and the mattress and you in it. And he could stab right through it with ease. Yeah, no, you're not that man. No, definitely him. Now, I say Scream would be kind of like, would be scary because you don't know who it is. It's a regular person, but you don't know who it is. It could be somebody really close to you, or it could be somebody that you don't even know. It could be somebody you stepped on their shoe on accident and they decided to just come after you. Or anything small like that. It could be anything. So I would say Scream in a way. Now, if we go like into context and like details about it, that's a way you could probably fear Scream because it's like, damn, I have no idea who it is. So Scream could be like, scary in a way, even though it's like a regular person. But I'm saying, like, if we add context behind it, like the idea of Scream, like it's scary. It's scary because you don't know who it is. Like I said, you could have never met this person before. This person, I don't know. It could be anything. You could have stepped on a shoe on accident, like I said, and boom, they coming after you. So I would say Jason, Scream. Freddy is scary because like everyone has to sleep. Everyone sleeps. And the idea of you going to sleep and pretty much, hey, boom, got you. There's nothing you can do. There's ways you can wake yourself up, but without harming yourself, yeah, no. So I would say that's scary. That's scary as hell too. But I'm thinking of like a Roman Coliseum, like kind of like combat type of way. But if we going off of like what these things, like what these like actual slashers can actually do, I'm sorry. I like Michael Myers. I like the movies, but Michael Myers as a person, no. I was like, I'm not saying I could take him, but I'm saying like he would probably be one of the ones, like one of the, like, that's not a doll or anything like that. He would probably be the least out of like, that's not a doll or anything like that. Yeah, I would probably say Michael Myers would be the least as far as like human wise, like human size wise. Yeah. Freddy is. I would probably say Freddy. Yeah, if we're going like based off of what they can do, their movies and stuff based off that, Freddy would probably be the number one because we all sleep at the end of the day. Who doesn't like sleep? We all love sleeping. So yeah, I would say Freddy number one, Jason number two, Jason or Scream at number two. That's hard. So yeah, it's a toss up between those. Now another one. What movie gave you nightmares? Oh, wow. Alien gave me nightmares as like a kind of like a young teenager. I would say, yeah, Alien gave me, now face huggers gave me, now it was specifically face huggers. This is why I kind of don't like face huggers. I don't fear them. I just don't like them. I had a dream once when I was like a young teenager, right? And a face hugger was like in the room or whatever. y'all know how dreams are weird. They could have like no meaning behind it. You have no idea how you got to this place, what this place even means, or what this dream. You have no idea. You just randomly dreaming, and you just inside of a world, which is scary as hell. Now, I was just in a room one time, man, and next thing you know, it was just like my mom was there too. She kept coming in and out of the room for some reason. I have no idea what I was even doing, but a face hugger just got on my mom's face. And I ran. Cause I know how, when the face hugger get on your face, the alien, the little alien goes down your throat, and it pops out of your chest. Now I kicked the face hugger out the way, and I'm reaching. It's like I'm reaching down my mom's. It's weird. I'm reaching down my mom's throat and trying to get it out, like to pull the alien out. I'm like reaching. I have no idea how my hand and my whole throat is fitting down there. Pause, and I don't know. I'm just dreaming, and I'm trying to yank this thing out. And next thing you know, I just woke up after that. I have no idea if I saved my mom or not, but I just woke up right from there. And so yeah, it just really caught me off guard. So Alien is one. Another one is, I did have a nightmare about a leprechaun one time, because that leprechaun is what I kind of grew up on. Leprechaun is what I kind of grew up on. So I would say, but I don't like really fear Leprechaun. I like Leprechaun. Leprechaun's funny. He has a lot of funny quotes. I love Leprechaun. It's like Leprechaun is one of those funny, great horror, like kind of corny horror, movie characters that I love to watch. But yeah, I would say probably those two. Those probably like the only. Oh, I did have a nightmare, kind of like The Strangers. I had a couple nightmares where, people in masks just came and like was trying to get into my house. And, they just got closer and closer and closer to almost coming in, and I just woke up. So, yeah. So that's one that I can, those are three that I can remember that I did, have a nightmare about. So yeah, Alien, Leprechaun, and somewhat in a way kind of like Strangers. What do I like about Halloween the most? Oh man, this is tough, because I never actually really thought about this. Like, why is Halloween kind of like my favorite? Man, that is so tough. That is a tough question. I'm gonna say Halloween, man. It is Halloween, just season and time. I'm gonna just go pretty much the whole month of why I like it. Like, I'm a big hoodie person. If y'all haven't noticed, I wear lots of hoodies, lots of windbreakers, lots of all that stuff. Fall is my favorite time of the year. My birthday is in September. I know that's not, well, at the beginning of September. I know that's not technically fall, but if we're being honest here, September is, to get ready for fall, and it's the pre-Halloween, month. Like, we getting ready for Halloween. That's Halloween stuff is in stores being sold in September. So, but that has kind of something to do with it. Kind of grew up around that. Like I said, Halloween movie, like scary movies and stuff like that. I've just always had a connection with that type of stuff. I don't know, like, not saying on like no weird demonic type stuff, but because I'm not that type of person or nothing like that. But yeah, man, just the feeling of fall overall is just great. I don't like when it's too hot or too cold. Fall is just perfect for me. It's hoodie time. Like, you can wear a hoodie whenever you want. The idea, how like fall and Halloween just gives me that, you just on a journey. You walk in, like, picture yourself. I just picture myself walking down, like a nice neighborhood, seeing a whole bunch of different, people's, setups, how they set their houses up, kind of like Christmas in a way, but just in, October, Halloween version. There was one time when I was a kid, man, I was walking in this neighborhood. It might have been when I was, trick or treating. And I don't know, just something about this neighborhood where everybody, man, all their houses was just set up in a nice way. Their decorations was crazy nice. Everybody was having a good time, celebrating, giving out candy. And I don't know, something about that, man. Ever since then, I was like, man, I love this time. Like, this time is the best. So that's kind of like ever since then, yeah, that's kind of like the best answer I can give. I could probably get more detailed in a way. Yeah, just that was crazy. That was just crazy good times, and it still gives me that feeling till this day. Like, ooh, spooky season is coming. Scary movies, candy. Not really a candy person, but scary movies. Halloween cookies and candy and trick or treat and haunted houses. Fall time, leaves is falling down, walking nighttime and seeing a whole bunch of different decorations, scaring people, pranks and all that other stuff. That's just what I think of when and I like all that type of stuff. It gives me a good feeling. So yeah, I'm just rambling right now. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I just think and what I like mostly about Halloween and why it's my favorite. Yeah, but okay. Last question I got. I'm gonna do this last question. Now this one's funny. When is someone asks, and it was funny. I was talking about this the other day with somebody. Yesterday I think with somebody. When is the best? No, not the best. Hold on. Oh, at what age are you supposed to stop trick or treating? Y'all, this is funny. This is funny. Because let me know what y'all think in the comments as well about this. Please comment. What is y'all answer to this? Because I have no idea. My answer, because I can't even remember when I stopped. I can't even remember when I stopped trick or treating. Man, okay, if I had to guess, my answer would probably be maybe 12. Maybe 13. That may be a little. I would say 12 to 13 years old. Yeah. I would say 12 to 13 years old. That may be a little old to some people. That may be a little young to some people. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that one, please. Because this one, I'm really curious about what other people think. Comment what y'all think about that one, that question, and what y'all answer would be. Yeah, man, I would say 12 to 13 years old on that. Yeah, because that's tough. That's tough. I can't remember the age that I stopped going trick or treating. So let me know when y'all stopped and what age would y'all consider, there were a kid should stop. But yeah, that's what I think. Okay, one more. I'm gonna do one more that I like a lot. This is one I like a lot. This is probably like one of my favorite question. Worst Halloween. Oh, someone asked, What is the worst Halloween candy? This one's funny. All right. So, y'all, I'm about to start something with this. Okay. Hands down, the worst Halloween candy. Hands down. I think most people can agree. Candy corn is the worst Halloween candy invented. I'm sorry. Nothing about it is good. They don't smell good. They don't taste good. They don't even feel right. I'm sorry. They're just weird. No, everything about it is weird. Candy corn is nasty. The black licorice. I don't know if y'all seen those little black licorice. I'm gonna put it up on screen. Because there is like a already made like worst Halloween candy. But I'm gonna put it up on screen. I agree with this list for the most part. But yeah, the black licorice, nasty. The peanut butter, those little peanut butter kisses, they come in like the orange and black wrappers. Horrible. Those are nasty. Tootsie Rolls. I'm not really a Tootsie Roll person. I've never had these Bit O Honey or Bit O Honey. I've never had those. I'm not that old, I guess. Good and Plenty. I don't think I've had those either. Smarties. Okay. I wouldn't consider Smarties one of the worst candies. Those are just one of those candies where, if you got them, cool. I'll maybe take one or two, and that's fine. I'll be done after that. But yeah, other than that, the Circus Peanuts, never had those. They don't look good at all, really, to be honest. Wax Cola bottles. Cola bottles, my bad. I've never had those. I gotta maybe see what those are about. They don't actually look bad, to be honest, but yeah, man. Definitely candy corn. I'll say my top three will be candy corn, the black licorice, and then the peanut butter kisses. Those are nasty. Those will probably be my top three. Candy corn definitely is the worst, but yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Some of y'all probably definitely disagree, but some of y'all probably, some of y'all probably do agree. But I think candy corn is probably one of the top voted worst. But you do have people out there that do. I know a couple people that actually like candy corn, which is fine. Whatever, if you like what you like. But yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I think. So comment, let me know what y'all think, man. Give me your opinions on that, please. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Comment that below, because I want to know what y'all opinions are too. So yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about that. So all right, y'all, lastly, someone wanted to know, few people wanted. Now this video was gonna be just about this, but I kind of wanted to add these fun questions in here. So yeah, y'all, so here's what I got for y'all. These are just my top horror movies of all, just of all time. No specific order. I might put a couple of them in order towards the end, but I'm not gonna get into details about these movies already, because I talked about them in multiple different episodes already. So please check those other underrated films and stuff like that out, or whatever other episode, because I talked about these movies a lot already. So I'm not gonna get into details about these movies once again. I'm just gonna name some stuff, and then boom, if you haven't seen them, please check them out. If you have seen them, comment under this video and let me know what y'all think of them. And yeah, man, I'll respond back. And yeah, man, so it'll make good conversation. So let's get into it. So, off the rip, ladies and gentlemen, no fear fans, no fear people. The Descent, I will say, is my favorite horror film of all time. All time. I love The Descent. Everything about The Descent is great. It's this film has everything you need into it. It has claustrophobia type stuff in it. It's a slasher. You could say it's a slasher film. It's a survival type film. It's got, these women are, going into this cave, and you think, I like how this movie, you think their biggest worry is them just trying to get out. And that's it. No, that's the least of their worries. Being stuck inside of it. That's the least of their worries. Their biggest worry is y'all stuck in here with creatures that eat people. That is y'all biggest worry. But they don't even know that. You, as a viewer, because I went into this movie blind. My sister showed me this movie, and I had no idea what this movie was about. I'm thinking, okay, this is just like a normal survival movie. They're trying to get out this cave. Cool. I was like, wait a minute. One of them is seeing stuff. I'm like, wait, there's like creatures down here too? Oh, hell no. So everything about this movie is just great to me. It's not a predictable ending. The acting in it is great. Everything about this movie is just fun, and it's a fun, scary, it's fun to watch, it's scary, good plot, written well, directed well, great acting. Yo, no complaints. I have no complaint. This is like one of the horror films, and it's hard to make a horror film like this, like to where you have zero complaints, no tropes in this movie. So that's why The Descent, is my top horror film of all time. So, ladies and gentlemen, The Exorcist is, I would say, is one of my top horror films of all time. I love The Exorcist. Great acting, great plot. Smile 2, ladies and gentlemen, I talk about this movie so much. All right. Smile 2. Now, I consider Smile 2 in a way, like, it's not similar. Like, the movie, the dialogue, and the plot is not similar to The Descent, but Smile 2 is similar because, once again, it's a fun watch movie. It's actually scary. It'll freak you out. The acting, now this is one of the best acting performances in a horror film of all time, in my opinion. Naomi Scott wasn't even nominated for a best performance, which is insane. Insane. But I'm gonna eventually make an episode about that anyway, about the Oscars and all that other stuff another time. That video is coming. So a couple people have asked me about that. What do I think about it? But I will. But this, yeah, I have a lot of opinions about the Oscars and robberies and who I think got robbed this year, that year, et cetera, who should have been nominated, etc. But anyways, yeah, Smile 2 is definitely in my top. I would say definitely in my top 5. I don't know if it's in my top 10 or I don't have a specific yet, but I will eventually make a video when I have a specific order. But I do know Smile 2 will be in my top 5 or 10 or whatever. Insidious, ladies and gentlemen, Insidious is a legendary film. For a minute when horror was dead, Insidious came out and just boom, gave us something. Same thing with The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring, ladies and gentlemen. When horror was a little bit dead for a minute, what The Conjuring came out just boom and was just like, whoa, okay. So everything about The Conjuring, I love it. I love The Conjuring 2. I love the second one. I love the third one. Last Rites came out this year. I like that one. I don't love it, but it's not a horrible movie. But it's not, great, but it's still a good, I can watch it again, in my opinion. But no, The Conjuring, the first one definitely is great. Halloween, obviously, I recognize Halloween for what it is. I know it's a great, movie. So I do give it, I know I recognize it for what it is, but Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Halloween is great. Talk to Me. I love Talk to Me. A A24 film. Man, Talk to Me is great. Um, yeah, Talk to Me, man. Like I said, I went into that movie blind. I went into this movie blind as well. Whew, man, I had no expectations on this movie. I ain't gonna lie, because when I saw the trailer, it just looked. I was like, man, this look like it's gonna be some BS. Nope. this movie, this movie just surprised me. So, um, yeah, it was great. It was great. But also I love now The Shining. I love The Shining. Now, what really attracts me like to The Shining, right, is the behind everything about this movie, right? Especially the behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Directed by Stanley Kubrick. You know, if you don't know Stanley Kubrick, he's a movie director. He's directed legendary movies, right? Um, you know, The Shining really, the background, how they made this movie, the hotel was legendary. People still talk about the hotel. People actually visit this hotel in real life because it's supposed to be really haunted and all that other type of fun stuff, mystery stuff. So it's now, like I said, what they had to go through to film this movie, what Stanley Kubrick did to the actors in this movie behind the scenes, them doing over 100 takes on a lot of these scenes, man. Doing over 100 takes is insane. Uh, the actors needing therapy, needing a whole bunch of you know physical and mental help after filming this movie. Actors losing their hair, etc. after filming this movie. Just having a whole bunch of mental breakdowns and like I said, Stanley Kubrick is a crazy dude, and there's a lot of legendary, just crazy stories about him. But this movie, like I said, and then after hearing all that stuff and then watching this, like wow, like god damn, you know. But I love, I do like The Shining. It's a good movie, It's a crazy and interesting movie. Now, some honorable mentions that I do like, just personal thing. I like The Thing. As Above, So Below is a great horror film, in my opinion. Annabelle, Creation is good to me. Um, yeah, I like Saw. Afflicted. I think Afflicted is an underrated, kind of horror vampire film. I love Tales from the Hood. That movie actually could scare a lot of people. It's freaky. Like if you put yourself in a lot of those stories, it will freak most of y'all out. It will freak most of y'all out. But yeah, man. So those are pretty much the movies that I consider would be in my just personal favorite movies that I like. So horror films that I like. So yeah, y'all, this was fun. Like I said, happy Halloween to everybody, man. Y'all stay safe. Um, you know. Now, someone did ask a question on what I don't like about about costumes today. I think this person was meaning towards how women dress up in costumes. Because I responded to this person. I said okay, what do you mean by this question before I put it out there, and they was just about how women dress up as Freddy, and Freddy do not be they be in pretty much like booty shorts or some shit like that, or are they kind of lingerie. And I was like, because they kind of wanted me to comment on that. And honestly, man, I don't really it's funny when people call it out. I would say that. Do I have an issue with it? No. Is it funny when people have a problem with it? Yes. Would I change it? I mean, I'm a person for, hey man, if you comfortable doing it, fine, whatever. Um, yeah, but it was kind of funny when, but yeah, did someone did I have a couple, one or two people did have a question about that, just modern day, I think that was meaning just mainly like women and their costume selections, how it's pretty much the same every year and stuff. Yeah, I don't really, you you can't lie and say okay, for y'all that do have an issue with it, y'all can't lie and say it's not attractive. Y'all can't lie. Like, or we can't lie about that. Like, damn, do they look good doing it? Yes, they do. Whether you got a problem with it or not. So if they do look good doing it, then you like what's the issue here? But I do see it funny when people call it out. It's funny. It's just funny, But I wouldn't change it or nothing like that. I'm for people just doing. Hey, if you comfortable doing it, fine, whatever. But yes, we know Freddy, Michael Myers, and police officers. They don't dress up half naked, and you don't see in their movies. It is interesting though. I have not because I will say this. It's interesting because I've never seen like a woman like dress up like all the way, like the full character. Especially when it's like a slasher or like a cop or like, or something like that. Like I've never seen them like I've never seen them like dress up like all the way. I have never seen that. That is, I will say that. Do I have an issue with it? No. But all I'm saying is that it's interesting and it's funny that yeah, I've never seen that like recently, or no, I don't think ever actually. But you, at the end of the day, you can't lie and say that they don't look good doing it. So whatever costume they decide to do, and they show on whatever. But yeah, so I was gonna answer that one, but it just recently just came to my mind. So I wanted to give a little bit of background context on that, because that is talked about, during Halloween a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's going to end this episode. Please hit that like, comment, subscribe, share. Happy Halloween to all of y'all, man. Stay blessed. Stay safe, everybody. It is going to be 56 degrees at the most today around 3 o'clock. So y'all dress up warm. It's going to be like 38 degrees or something like that, towards, 10, 10, 11 when, y'all out, out and about, doing whatever. So don't get sick. So yeah, y'all, that's going to end this episode. Love y'all. Stay fearless. See y'all next time. Happy Halloween. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Love y'all. See y'all next time.